All right, let's dive into reported speech. Now, I know it can feel a little tricky, a bit complicated, but my goal here is to break it all down and make it so simple that you'll be using it confidently in no time.
You've totally been there, right? You're telling a story, passing on a message, and you just freeze. You're thinking, wait a second, did he say he is coming or he was coming? It's a super common little snag in English that trips a lot of us up.
But what if I told you it doesn't have to be complicated at all? Seriously, we can boil this entire concept down to a really simple, repeatable three-step process. That's it. So let's get into it.
So, first things first, what are we even talking about here? Well, reported speech, or indirect speech as it's sometimes called, is just how we talk about what someone else said without using their exact words, without the quotation marks.
Just look at this transformation right here. On the left, you've got the direct speech, the exact words, I like chocolate. Now, when we report that, it turns into something like, she said that she liked chocolate. Did you catch the changes? The quotes are gone, the pronoun I changed to she, and the verb like shifted back into the past. This little shift is the key to everything we're about to master. Okay, so how do we make that change happen perfectly, every single time, without getting all tangled up? Well, we use three golden rules. Think of this as your framework, the foundation that makes everything else just click into place. And here they are. It's this simple. Step 1, you add a reporting verb, like said or told. Step 2, you backshift the tense. Now this is the big one, and we're going to break it down. And step 3, you change the pronouns so it makes sense. So let's take a closer look at that very first step. So the most common verbs you're going to use are said and told. And the difference is actually really easy. With said, you don't have to say who the person was talking to. But with told, you have to mention the listener, like she told me. Oh, and a quick tip, that little word that is almost always optional. She said she was tired is perfectly fine. All right, let's tackle the part that usually gives people a headache, backshifting the tense. I know, it sounds a bit technical, but it follows a very predictable pattern. It's really just like taking one simple step back into the past. And there's a good reason for it. You're usually reporting something after it was said, right? So the grammar just moves back in time to show that. Check out this pattern. It's so clear when you see it laid out like this. Present simple just goes back to past simple. Present continuous goes back to past continuous. Basically, any present tense just takes one step back. And look at past simple. It also takes a step back to past perfect. The future, even easier. Will just becomes would. And honestly, the best part, if it's already in past perfect, you do absolutely nothing. It stays the same. You can't go any farther back in time. And you know what? I couldn't agree more with Lucy on this one. When you realize how many of these tenses follow such a simple shift or don't even change at all, it really does feel like a gift. It's not about memorizing a bunch of random rules. It's about understanding one simple idea. Okay, enough with the theory. The best way to really get this stuff is to see it in action. So let's take our three golden rules and apply them to a couple of real examples. Okay, let's walk through it. Direct speech is, I want to buy a car. Step 1, add our reporting verb, so we get Lucy said. Step 2, backshift the tense. Want is in the present simple, so it becomes wanted. Step 3, change the pronoun. I becomes she. Put it all together and bam! Lucy said that she wanted to buy a car. See? Let's do another one. I am doing my homework. Okay, so am doing is present continuous. So when we report it, we just take one step back to the past continuous, was doing. And again, the pronoun I changes to she, which gives us Lucy said that she was doing her homework. It's a pattern, right? And let's do one more, this time for the future tense. I will call you later. Now remember the rule for the future. It's the easiest one of all. Will just becomes would. So you get, Lucy said that she would call you later. It's that predictable every single time. Now, just when you think you've got all the rules down, you know English, it loves to throw in a little exception. But don't worry, this one is super logical and it actually makes a whole lot of sense. It's for things that are, well, always true. So here's the deal. If what the person said is some kind of general truth, a habit, or something that is still true right now, you don't actually have to backshift the tense. By not changing it, you're basically choosing to emphasize that the situation hasn't changed one bit. For example, look at this. I love my parents. When we report this, we can say, Lucy said that she loves her parents. We don't have to backshift to loved because her loving her parents is an ongoing truth. She loved them when she said it, and she still loves them now. Keeping it in the present tense just highlights that fact. So let's bring it all home. To really master reported speech, all you have to do is remember these 3 steps. Step 1, add a reporting verb. Step 2, take the tense one step back into the past, unless, of course, it's an always true kind of fact. And step 3, just change the pronoun. That's it. That's the entire system. Because at the end of the day, these rules aren't just about boring old grammar. They're about communication. They are the tools you need to share ideas, to tell incredible stories, and to really connect with people by sharing what they've experienced. So the only question left is, what will you use them for?